welcome to Day One Patch Podcast, episode 242.
242.
242. That's Matt Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan Johnson. That's Adrian Petty.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Good.
Doing all right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since...
It was a slow news week. There wasn't too many interesting articles this week.
Did you see my division thing at the bottom?
Yeah, I'm going to pull that up because I couldn't... It was a bit blurry.
It was a combination of like screen captures, some photos, some text. It was just...
in a Word document.
It was a hodgepodge. It was a whole hodgepodge of a mess there.
But coming up, we are talking about the FTC is going to host a public workshop on loot boxes.
Yay?
Anthem has already received a price drop on Amazon in the U.S. Specifically for the PS4, though, which I find interesting. I wonder why that. Maybe they just weren't seeing as many numbers on PS4 for that.
Maybe.
Overwatch roster could eventually use seasonal rotation.
Yes,
They now have 30 characters.
And because I'm actually glad I saw that because I was listening to last week's episode today just before I got here, and you guys were talking about the state of Blizzard. But I'll bring that up when we actually talk about that.
Sure. Also, Pokemon Sword and Shield for Nintendo Switch was announced, and will probably be when I purchase my Switch.
Metroid Prime 4 for me, which will be
That's pretty good too.
fucking never.
I thought you were talking about...
It just got restarted.
I thought you were talking about Metro. I was like, what in the hell are you talking about?
Metro on the Switch.
Yeah, I was like, what in the fuck?
Maybe you could stream it on Game Pass.
Probably.
They take it out, then they take it away from Epic, and they only do...
Especially,
Actually, wasn't that story this week?
Especially if Xbox Live coming to... What?
Wasn't that story this week, or was that last week about Xbox about Game Pass coming to Switch? Did we talk about that last week?
Yeah, I know you guys talked about last week. Yeah.
Right. What's new? Adrian, you were away the longest.
I'll go last. I got a lot to cover.
Okay, Matt.
So I've been diving into... So I'm not going to get into spoiler territory, but I've been diving into a lot of the mysteries of Red Dead now. So I haven't been playing it. I've just been watching the videos, and I've been like kind of... Marty and I were talking last night, or maybe 2 nights ago as well, about the crossovers. Like there's some stuff that goes between the two games, obviously, because they're in succession.
Mm-hmm.
How far off are they?
Right up against each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right up against each other. So, but anyway, yeah. So, I've been kind of like looking at some of the crossovers, and because I don't remember that first game at all. Like, I don't even really remember the story.
Yeah,
I remember like
sure.
the beginning and the end. That's literally all I remember.
I barely remember Dutch. You know,
I didn't remember Dutch was in the game until Aaron told me.
In the first game, he's only in like 3 cutscenes. So
Yeah.
to be fair, but you are like hunting him the whole time.
See, I didn't know, but I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I remember literally like showing up at Armadillo, going to McFarlane's ranch, and they like give you a house on the ranch. And then I remember the end, and then that's it. I don't remember anything in between, really, other than showing up at Blackwater at some point.
I specifically remember trying to hunt some beavers.
Oh, I remember doing that near a dam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't we
I remember
do
that
that
was rough.
online?
I was on PS3. I wasn't playing with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember we did that once online, and it was near like what we called the cougar cabin, because there was a bunch of cougars out there, and my buddy got picked up, or Nate got picked up and thrown into the river. so he always got attacked by cougars, and he got thrown off of the. There's not supposed to be cougars near Fort Mercer, as far as I'm aware, in that game. He got pulled off of his horse by a cougar and thrown off of the cliff and died.
Oh my god.
He always got attacked by them, so that was like his thing in that game.
Well, let me. Oh, go ahead.
Red Dead was the first game that ever... The first time my Xbox Red Ring was because of Red Dead.
That's
Oh,
real
wow.
sad.
Came out with a cutscene. The sky started turning purple. Some other graphical distortion. Just like, this isn't good. Restore my console. Just Red Ring.
Just dead, yeah.
So
the
what did you do to fix that? Did you
I was covered, so I just sent it to Xbox. And they sent it
a
back.
brand new unit?
They
refurbished, I
they
guess?
took out a lot of the innards and replaced it. It was the same serial number on the back, but it was practically a new one.
Yeah. Without spoilers, Matt, have you learned anything new from what you were doing previously by watching videos and stuff? Has the community found
Yeah,
more?
for sure.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Red Dead is that it's so vast. Like I was saying, I don't remember whether I mentioned this last week, but like even just the collectible, like there's literally a collectible where you just find dinosaur bones in the game, and I've literally only found 2 of them. And this is not a collectible like they glow. Maybe they do in that detective mode thing, but they blend into the environment. Like I remember walking up a path, and then I didn't even see the bone. I saw like the prompt in the bottom right flash for a second. I was like, what the hell? And I got out, and it was a dinosaur bone. I could hardly see it.
So you had to like stumble across it.
And there's 30 of them, and think about how big that world is, and like how lateral it is too. Like it's hard to get to some of the ledges and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've only really found it in the mountains. I've found 2 pieces. So, and I found out there are 2 collectibles. I don't even know what they are.
No one knows?
Like I don't. Like I
okay.
went into my progress because I was curious. I was like, I wonder if I could 100% this save, because 100%ing isn't actually 100%ing. It's like, as far as I understand it, that is, there's more than 10 strangers, but to get 100%, you need to get 10 strangers, stuff like that. So it kind of like cuts it short. There are collectibles where it just says question mark for me. I don't even know what they are. There's 2 of them. I don't know what they are, and I don't know whether that's post game stuff. I did find out that there is post game stuff to do, which is interesting, like post credits and everything. So I'm going to mess around with that probably. But I've been doing mostly New Dawn, and I'm almost done all the trophies in that. So
I have a bunch of bookmarks saved for Red Dead, like pages, like a bunch of like headlines that I see for it. I'm like, I want to watch this video, but only after I've played it. Like a bunch of these mysteries and these cool little Easter eggs in Red Dead.
there is a lot of bullshit, like the like the thumbnails are incorrect, or like the
No,
like,
yeah,
or like
but-
it's just a clickbait title.
Yeah, but like it's just like, oh, there's like this secret. Like I have one about the hidden vampire missions. You
There's
know?
some, I was unaware. I mean, I don't care about spoilers now, but yeah, I was unaware of that. See, like that could be something I
Yeah,
stumbled
but
upon.
apparently there's like a couple of vampire nests in the world.
There's a whole bunch of supernatural stuff.
Yeah, that you can find, and then if you like do it, and then if you're in a specific part at night, there's like a cutscene in an alleyway that like
Oh, shit.
is supposed to conclude those weird string of missions.
Well, there's one that's really cool that
Like this game sounds. I can't wait to fucking play this game, but I just need it to come to PC.
Well, the thing is Marty and I were talking. This is from the first game, so it's not a spoiler. And it's a side thing in the first game. There's this stranger mission. It's a series of stranger missions in the first game called I Know You.
Yeah.
And there's a guy that guy in the top hat.
Top hat,
The
yeah.
strange man.
That is the only supernatural element in that entire. Ignoring the undead nightmare, because that was just an add-on.
That's just a side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a side thing. But what's crazy, and this is a world exploration non-mission spoiler, just as a FYI. So there's a random cabin, and Marty's telling me to go look at it. But he was telling me
This is in Red Dead 2?
Red Dead 2. This is just in the world. It's not a mission. It's not a story thing. I haven't been there, but I'm going to go check it out. If you go there at different parts of the game, how I understand it is there's a painting, and there's like a painting that as you keep going back, there's no one in this cabin, but it's like nicely furnished. If you keep going back in there, the painting slowly gets finished. And Marty beat the game, and he's at the end, and his painting is not complete. But some people have gotten it to complete. We're not sure how. When you do that, you can turn around, and there's a full body mirror in the place, and the strange man is standing behind you in the reflection, but he's not actually there.
Fuck, see, like that stuff's awesome.
That's fucking awesome, right?
Oh, like that stuff I find cool in an open world game.
So like shit like that happens all the time in Red Dead. Like not necessarily supernatural stuff, but the world activities are like unprecedented.
It's that guy from the first game.
It's that guy, 100%. And there's things on the walls where, so for example, Marty didn't recognize the pictures just because he doesn't remember the first game too much. But there's things that that guy tells you inscribed in the wall. So he'll constantly say like, "I know you, John," and there's like inscribed in the wall, like scratched in the wall, it says, "I know you," and then there's a picture. And Marty was thinking that maybe it's in correlation to the missions he sends you on, but he couldn't remember. So last night I watched the video on the Strange Man. Now I'm gonna go there because that's fresh in my mind, and I'm gonna go see if those pictures correlate.
You know that guy who's like always looking for someone? What's the guy's name?
Gavin,
Gavin. People think that's Gavin.
that's hilarious.
The top hat man, yeah.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Because in the first Red Dead, when the final conversation with John and the I know you guy, the top hat guy,
Yeah.
That final conversation is his burial spot. Like
Yeah.
that guy standing on where John Marston is buried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I would love to be on the team that like got to do all those
Cool little things.
Easter eggs and stuff and put them in the world. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Yeah, like after I'm done Red Dead 2, because I'm not going to go exploring in that much. Like again, like whatever intrigues me, whatever I stumble upon, I will go explore. But again, main missions only. But that is a game that I will absolutely be going down a deep dark YouTube rabbit hole on.
I know. I think it's cool that like they have it there for people to explore and who like to look for things. But I wish it was a little more integrated into the story because
no,
I miss it, and
No.
you might miss stuff too.
I want-
You're supposed to have world stuff.
I
really.
want
I understand
I
that.
want things that will never be discovered. I want things that will never be found.
But I'm just the kind of player that won't ever go look for that stuff,
Yeah, it's fine.
and
But
so I miss it. Even though I find it interesting, I have no desire to go look for it myself.
there's some stuff I think in Arkham. What's the second one? Arkham City. I think Rocksteady said there's still like one thing that has yet to be discovered in Arkham City.
No.
Like one Easter egg.
Rockstar said that about the first Red Dead Redemption. There's mysteries unsolved in the first one.
Really?
There's still mysteries that are unsolved.
Fuck.
And I've been doing like a kind of a deep dive on the ritual thing, like the pagan ritual in 2, and people are still stumped on it. Like they keep getting different things. I was able to get like a really weird combination of the statue glowing blue and a storm that like went over top of my head, but it was clear above my head. And I don't know whether that means something.
That's probably just a glitch.
It could have
Well,
been a glitch. I have no idea. Like
That one's super cool. If you light that like thing on fire, it will start raining and put the fire out.
I never saw that.
Yeah, it's not the same site you were at. It was another one Marty was showing me, and he threw like a Molotov at it, and it lit on fire, and then a storm came rolling in, rained, and put out the fire.
Then did the storm
And then
immediately
the storm,
dissipate?
then the storm disappeared. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, there's a whole like section of the game story does a really good job of like taking you through the world, but you can go
Not so much that area though.
not so much that area. So the top, so like the whole map, I'd say the northern region in general is the most unexplored by the story, and there's a decent amount of stuff up there. You can actually go to the old map, like the original Red Dead Redemption's map.
Is it worked in, or is it just
It's
like,
it's
or
in there.
do they literally just paste it in there?
It's not the whole thing.
It's not.
It's-
There's no Mexico. But it's all of America.
Oh, okay.
And the story doesn't take you there at all. Like other than the northern part of it, at all, it doesn't take you there.
You get close, but yeah,
So I'm pretty much never going to see it.
Because like for example, I have seen Armadillo by looking at it. I have not been to Armadillo, but I can go there, and I can go all the way to Mercer if I want, all the way down there.
Cool.
So
they
Yeah.
should have just put the game in there.
Yeah, just
Well,
like
just
stuff in an
continue
original
playing,
disc.
Yeah.
Yeah, Resident on Xbox One.
there's Marty was saying that there might be, or he was kind of holding out for Red Dead DLC because there's like a lot of unused map, and there's like a specific cutscene that has a glitch in it that alludes to it, which I'm not going to mention because it's a potential spoiler. But there's like multiple endings or something.
I bet there is DLC, but they made a mistake with GTA 5 where they announced story DLC, but they never delivered.
They
I think-
announced for DLC for GTA 5?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't remember that they had actually
I didn't
announced
know
it.
that.
The problem is GTA Online took off and is making them buttloads of money that they just kind of said this ain't worth it. And I guess they kind of dropped it. We don't know what the current status is. But I wonder if they do have story DLC for Red Dead, but haven't announced it yet because they don't want the same thing to happen. They don't want to announce something without actually delivering it.
Oh, I didn't really announce it for GTA.
And I'm wondering if they're waiting on to see how Red Dead Online does, which so far is not going well.
The problem with Red Dead Online is that there's no ownership.
It's boring.
You
It's
have
just
like
boring.
a camp, and that's really it. Like that's the only thing you own. And I've like hardly gone back there. You can do competitive modes and you can do a little bit of stuff in the world, but your horse, the original horse you get, is so bad. Like it is so it's worse than the worst story horse, honestly. Like it's clearly a thing to like limit you so that you have to spend money on a new horse.
Man, since they rebuilt like most of the first map, I kind of wish they just did an HD version of one.
But that could be a standalone expansion. Like
That'd
because
be
they've done
insane,
that,
yeah.
they could just do it, and then it could just if you haven't them built digitally, you
that
could just
would
play
be
through
fuck.
them.
Yeah, if you just ran from one game into the other,
That is a fucking long game.
that
man.
would
200 hours.
that would be something that I would absolutely undertake.
Yeah, that would be a 100-hour campaign.
and 200 gigs for your install.
That's fine by me. I got a lot of hard drives. I just got 10 terabytes.
There you go.
You put that in your computer?
I put that. I have a separate enclosure with a separate fan sitting on top of my computer, which plugs into the back.
Okay.
So it's and it's power sync too. So when I turn on my computer, that turns on, and
That's
then when I
nice,
turn
yeah.
off my computer, that turns off.
That's nice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
We've been doing a little bit of Far Cry New Dawn.
New Dawn, yeah.
I woke up at like 4 a.m. Turned on my PlayStation. You and Marty were playing
New Dawn, yeah.
New Dawn at
Yeah.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was pretty tired this morning. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Why the hell would you wake up and just randomly turn on your PlayStation?
I fell asleep on the couch,
Oh.
and then I noticed my PlayStation was flashing orange, and so I'm like, "Oh crap! It's something broke." So I had to reset it,
Right.
and then it all logged in, and I just saw you guys online. I was like, "Wow!"
Yeah. we finished the achievement for killing and skinning all the animal types.
I still need to get that one.
I did that, and
You
then
found the cow, eh? The cattle.
cow.
That was tough.
Cow is in a specific spot.
Yeah.
And it's also in expedition. There's an expedition with it.
Okay.
I'm all for video game reality, but I don't know if I like the idea of giving somebody an achievement for going around and just killing and skinning the animals. That's a very poacher-esque mentality to it.
There's no concern for any animal in that game.
No,
It's just weird though. It's like you could have achievements on any spread, but you're gonna task somebody with going around killing animals, just to say here's your little
Achievement. Yeah.
here's your little thing in the corner, just so you get that fill. I don't know how I feel about that.
including sharks. To kill a shark last night. Pretty good.
But I finished New Dawn. Beat the main story.
That's what I have left, I think, for the most part.
Short game.
It is a short game,
yeah.
for sure.
You might be able to finish it in one sitting.
I would say so. I had to stop myself going through the story because I didn't want to just grind at the end. So I've been like just kind of going through some stuff.
It's good to know when I eventually maybe one day get there.
You just gotta play Red Dead or Far Cry 2.
2,
Just get it
then
done.
3, then 4, then Primal, then 5.
You own Far Cry 2?
I own Far Cry 2, 3.
What about Blood Dragon?
Oh, I own Blood Dragon as well.
But are you going to do that one?
Yeah, if I were to play them, I would play that one as well.
I don't think that one's story though. I don't think it ties into the story.
I actually own 2
None of them
copies.
do. The
I own
spin-offs
2
don't.
copies of 2. I own 1 copy of 3, and I think I have a copy of Blood Dragon. I might even have a copy of Primal somewhere too. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
I have Far Cry 2 on PC, but it doesn't have controller.
It doesn't have controller support.
So I have trouble playing it.
That's why I do have an Xbox 360 version as well.
Yeah.
I actually do have that one on 360. I don't know where I got it from though.
It's pretty amazing that they got licensed Jeeps for that game.
I mean, the car games do it.
Yeah, it's true.
So
I'm not playing that game again. Fucking malaria.
But New Dawn was a good, just kind of jump back into Far Cry.
It's
If you're a Far Cry fan, you'd like it. If not, I think Marty's struggling with it because he's not a Far Cry fan.
Well, that's what I was telling him. It is certainly a cash in, but it's just like a playground for Far Cry fans. And for him, having a playground in an area that he doesn't recognize, like for example, we went to the church, like the main church in like Joseph's church, in Eden's Gate.
Yeah.
And we drove through there, and I was like, "Do you know what this place is?" And he's like, "No, what is this place?" And I was like, "This is like pretty significant." Like, and he has no idea.
Could you get a sense from him if he was liking it any better, or no?
I don't think he's like him and I like fuck around a lot. Like we die a lot and stuff, like doing stupid stunts and stuff like that. I don't think he's enjoying the story as much. But what I'm wondering is whether he's going to enjoy 5 even more. That he's not only going to get a world boost because the world's bigger and all that, and not all blown
Looks
apart.
better. Looks a lot better.
It looks better, but he's also going to get a quality boost as well.
Because it's a full-fledged Far Cry.
It's a full-fledged Far Cry game. Yeah. So I'm curious whether he'll like that. And the RPG stuff in Far Cry New Dawn, that's a cop-out. That's stupid.
It's a super easy game, too.
It's super fucking easy. I don't understand. They're like, oh, man, these guys are like the gold level. So?
Once you have gold guns, it doesn't matter. You can just tear through everyone.
Yeah, it's useless.
Yeah. I don't even do stealth anymore. You can just tear through any camp or any expedition.
We cleared out a camp yesterday with shovels. We were just javelining shovels at people, and we just won.
Yeah. All right, Adriano. Lay it on us.
Okay. Let me try to make this as quickly as possible.
I got to block out a half hour.
Yeah. I've pretty sure I've played a lot of Final Fantasy. Pretty sure I'm in the final stretch of that.
Is that your iPhone 5 one?
iPhone 5.
That's hilarious that you're still playing.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
that's the only reason why I still have that phone. I even like disconnected from the internet. I don't want anything like pumped to it. Like I just don't want it signed in or anything. That's it. As soon as that game's done, deleting it, wiping that phone. Yeah. I beat the next boss on Super Castlevania 4. I'm pretty sure I'm in the final. I think I'm at Dracula's crypt or tower, depending on where he is. Played some Sea of Thieves. We got some exclusive stuff.
The mercenary?
Yeah, whatever.
Mercenary
Duke.
Voyage or something like that?
Duke.
Yeah.
Duke, whatever his name is.
Duke, yeah.
I restarted StarCraft.
StarCraft.
The original StarCraft.
Like the story?
The original StarCraft story.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I started it and I got so far, and then when my hard drive crashed, I never went back to it, and then I just reinstalled it. My old save file was still there. Turns out it's server side. It's not.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been local for sure.
That stuff is just expected now for me. If it's not there, I'm usually surprised. Like, oh fuck, I didn't realize I lost data.
Yeah, that. So I restarted StarCraft.
That's an older game though. I know they came out with
That's
a new
the remake, though.
new
It's
remake
a remake,
version, but you would think maybe they wouldn't just incorporate new features like that.
That's true.
So I did that. Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone, Overwatch. My Blizzard run.
This is why you don't complete things. Like, Jesus Christ, you got a lot on the go.
That's absolutely not true.
What?
That's absolutely not true. I
You got a
absolutely
lot on the go, though. Like,
I have a lot
that's
on the go,
true.
but I absolutely complete stuff because since it's been like 5 weeks maybe since I've been on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I've started and completed in like 2 sittings. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Okay.
All right.
Now, are you done with that game, or are you doing that challenge mode? There's like a challenge mode or something. You said New Game Plus something.
Oh no.
I think they added New Game Plus.
Yeah, they
but,
added New Game Plus, but
I think I platinumed it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you're done with it now.
He's done.
Okay,
He's-
you
I
have
had to-
your
I had
check
to-
mark.
Yeah, that game is fucking fantastic. That game. It has been a long time since I've been that emotionally invested in a game.
Jesus
I
Christ.
wish Sony had bought that studio
It was-
instead of Microsoft.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
they're-
good
they're-
steal.
For me, I don't
pretty
care
good
because
steal.
it was such a roller coaster of emotions. So incredibly well done. Matt, I don't know. You probably won't like. I think,
I've seen it played. I don't care for it.
but the combat is incredibly satisfying.
Yeah,
like
it's
and it's adaptive difficulty. So if you suck at it, they dial it back. If you're good at it, they dial it up.
I'm not worried about it being difficult. Like, I'm not worried like that it's like a Dark Souls. I just don't think it's for me. Like, I don't think I'd care about the story. I feel like that's the thing. Like, I like Dante's Inferno. I don't think I'll like this. I've heard the two compared before. So I don't know.
Well, because
I don't know
it-
whether that's valid or
well,
not.
it's the same developer.
Oh, okay,
That's why.
there's
They developed Dante's Inferno.
So I heard that like it's an in-depth
Ninja Theory.
in-depth story. Dante's Inferno, and I was like, well, I didn't play Dante's
The-
Inferno for an in-depth story, so
The audio alone really
Is-
sets
yeah.
it apart from every other game out there.
Jesus.
I in the 2 days that I played it, I etched out for me. It's if you rip through the main story, 6 hours. If you leisure the main story, it's about 9. It took me about 9. So in about 2 sittings, 1 4, 1 5, I sat on my computer. Like my monitor was incredibly close to me. Lights were completely off. I turned up the volume. I blurred the volume with headphones, and I turned my graphics up to high. And that thing was such an immersive experience. And like you never saw the seams of the game. For a game as complex as that, where it's constantly manipulating the surroundings around you, and it's constantly kind of shifting you and changing elements of your reality, you saw very little on the back end. Only once, I saw an enemy pop in ahead of time by accident. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be cloaked, like he wasn't supposed to be there. I saw like a quick frame, and only once I could feel the game loading an environment behind me. Other than that, it was such an immersive experience.
pretty good for like a
Now,
a non AAA experience.
Now, on the complete opposite side, where you constantly see the seams of the game, I started Assassin's Creed Unity.
oh no,
And my God, is that such a fucking janky game.
Man, that video you sent, it looked really nice though. The quality of it.
The
looked
game looks
fantastic.
good.
I don't
Always
even
has.
have it turned it all the way up.
Wow.
Because that game already crashed on me once. Because what happens is when I start a PC game, I always do a sitting or two on whatever the game was set to when I started. I don't actually adjust the settings until like my 3rd playthrough because I want to see how the game runs first. But the game already crashed on me once, and some graphical issues. I'm like, I'm not even going to up this. I'm like, this game clearly can't handle whatever the fuck it's trying to do, so I'm not even going to bother. But it does, even at my just underneath perfect settings, like it still looks fantastic. That game has a lot of problems. I don't even know where to begin with it. It has navigation issues. So in the universal rules of Assassin's Creed, everything is traversable. Everything you see is traversable, and everything is always spatially placed out, so you know whether or not you will make a jump before you make it.
Yeah.
It's like that bar is close enough that I will leap there. That bar is not far enough. I know that I won't leap there. It's either A, he won't jump at all, or B, he's going to jump down below. Not in Unity. Everything he seems to be able to reach until he doesn't. So, and he's very floaty. Like, have you guys ever seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
No.
You never seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? We should watch that movie. It's a good movie. But in that movie, they're very floaty. It's very floaty physics. Like, they kind of just seem to glide everywhere, and they seem to kind of just float about. That's what he's doing. Like, he just seems to be able to always just kind of leap, float for a little bit, and then get that bar. And it's just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. The run up, run down system is the free run up, free run down system is completely is completely fucking broken. Like he fights me on every little thing. There was a window I was trying to get into. There was a bar on each side of it. I could not get in this window. Every time I tried to get in this window, he was literally just jumping from bar to bar. And I could not get into this fucking window.
There was that clip you sent too of him like tapping the pole that you were standing on. That was really weird. He had his hands up like
because yeah, you know what's weird though is the camera manipulated his direction for some reason.
Yeah.
Because all he was doing was when he was recording it, I was literally just holding down. Like any other Assassin's Creed game, it would have been smart enough to say, hey, okay, he's trying to go forward. It's either A, he can go up on the bar, or B, he can go around the bar. But I guess it was just like in a spot where he couldn't decide. But as soon as I just tilted the camera around and I pointed in that direction, then it was smart enough to go. It's like I've never had this problem in any Assassin's Creed game until Unity. The Initiates program is completely broken. Doesn't even launch.
I assume that's a thing that's been taken offline, like it's a cloud thing.
And that was the early Uplay. Like that got graduated into Uplay.
Oh damn.
Ubisoft Club.
Ubisoft Club, whatever the fuck it's called. And then
there's still Uplay though.
And then
there is still Uplay. That's their launcher.
That's like on PC. I have Uplay.
Uplay is their launcher. Ubisoft Club is the
you use your Ubisoft
service.
Club account to log into Uplay. Like you use your BattleNet account to log, or you use your Blizzard account to log into BattleNet.
I prefer it when they call it Blizzard.
No, BattleNet. It's such a good name.
It is, but just
and your website is battle.net. Like, how fucking awesome is that?
It is, but I just want things to be consistent. If it's Blizzard, it should be a Blizzard launcher.
No, I don't believe that. You
don't have an Apple phone. You have an iPhone.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
That's fine.
So you're not a fan of consistency then?
No, I am. Apple is the company. The product is the iPhone.
Yeah, Blizzard is a company and BattleNet is a product.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's fine. I'm just saying
Good
I preferred the Blizzard name.
You need a hashtag boycott Ryan. Fuck me.
The co-op missions. Honestly,
those are fucking fun as hell.
No, yeah, sure. When I can do them.
Yeah.
Because the first time I tried to load it in, I got paired with a random guy. He, I guess, memorized every single thing because he was just gone, and he's like, boom, boom, kill, done. Like, kill, jump, over, and he just disappeared. And I'm just standing there, and he did the whole mission. He just he mastered everything. He was like, all his numbers were like top elite, gold, whatever, blah blah blah. He was decked out. I'm like, clearly this is the only game that this guy plays, and he just does this over and over again. So that one was fine. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna try doing these co-op missions by myself. I'm just gonna go into private and just treat it like a normal mission. Turns out you need to make sure you are way over level because they don't adjust for difficulty.
No, it's adjusted for 4 people.
Exactly. So it's like now you're trying to do the job of 4 people in one. That is not easy. So I was able to complete 2 of them. One of them I just it was so difficult I couldn't even finish it. Another one I was doing it and then it just kicked me out. It just faded to black and then just kicked me back to my main world. And another one was it was difficult. I had a guy in there. He did the first part for me and then he just he helped me do it and then he just bailed. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Did you do the co-op mission? And we had a couple debates about this. So we had Anthony, my one buddy, and he joined us. So it was Ryan, myself, and Anthony, and we did that one mission where it's like a tournament, and you're supposed to be infiltrating the tournament. And there's the second part of the first part of the tournament's like an obstacle course. You have to grab flags, and then the second part is you're supposed to go to the poles or something and grab a flag. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do, but it's guarded by guards. But the game, you know how that game has you're in combat mode. Or you're in run around mode. You can't be in both. These guys come up and they try to punch you, but you can't do anything but kill them. And when you kill them, it's you should have did this stealthily. Now they know we're coming, and then you have to do the harder ending, I guess. But I was like, why? Unless that's always the path you're supposed to take, we don't know how to fucking do it.
I'll let you know. I had a problem in one. I had a problem in one of the online missions. So I did in private. It's just my guy wouldn't swing his fucking sword. I was in combat mode, and I was just pressing a button, and he just wasn't. He was just literally just sitting there, and I was just taking hits. And I was just
Fantastic.
dying. I was just dying.
Well, we had that problem with this. It was a server sync issue, where we would see someone being attacked by nothing.
Oh yeah, Anthony's like, "What's happening?" He's like, "I need help." And we're like, "What are you talking about? There's no one over there." And you see him getting punched and shit. And we look over, and there's a guy way over on the right, and he's doing the animations punching Anthony, and Anthony's getting punched, but he's way the fuck across the map.
That was so good.
It's I haven't had any of that problems, but it is a hot mess. That game
It's
is
pretty bad.
and it's a shame that it was plagued with like the graphical issues and the technical issues because like the co-op like that like there's early remnants of the Division in there. Like having a squad of 4, having co-op missions, having an open world where you
Honestly,
guys
yeah.
like there is the common like in the hideout there's the club meeting room where you guys can communally just go there and like make your club and make your assassin guild.
Yeah.
It's like it's very
Is that available still? Is that local?
I'm assuming so.
Okay.
The initiates program isn't.
I don't remember what that is. then. I thought
because
that was that.
because I have like chests that are initiate exclusive, or like I have upgrades that are like you have to do initiate missions to do this. I'm just like I can't because I can't even get it in the system. So like I'm not a completionist, but I wouldn't be able to complete that game because that system isn't up anymore. You cannot 100% it.
That's kind of one of the first. Sounds like one of the first PS4 games that are starting to go down. Starting to see the cloud fail us a bit.
Did they? I think they didn't. I think they stopped pretty much multiplayer after that, didn't they? Or co-op at least.
No, well, I was able to do co-op missions with people.
No, I mean after that game, after the failure of that game,
because the next game after was Syndicate.
Yeah.
So is there any co-op in?
There's not co-op, but I don't.
Is there PvP in any way?
That I can't remember.
There was PvP in the other games.
But I don't
the
remember
ones
if
before Unity.
Yeah.
But that was just like a hide and seek kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like this is you're trying to like sync up an entire world with up to 4 players and like these super heavy missions. It's like if they ever decide to do another take of that, they should absolutely get who's Division?
Massive. Yeah.
They should absolutely get them to do the multiplayer part of it.
The crowds are pretty impressive though.
Crowds are pretty impressive though, but
sizes.
you see a lot of the same character models, and you
I know.
see a lot of same. They're always doing the same anime. Again, like you always see the seams that build that game.
It's like a copy paste of the
Yeah,
crowd.
it's
in,
very-
like, different regions.
Yeah.
There's a really stupid
Bless you, Ryan.
part of
Thank you.
all Ubisoft games since that era where there's like a mission you can do where it's like a heist and you can do it stealthily. Whatever the fuck Ubisoft is doing, their stealth mechanics are horrible.
Yeah.
They are horrible.
Yeah,
mechanics.
it's even in Assassin's Creed. Like it's
just
like you guys should be
terrible.
doing this sneakily. It's like you aren't. There's no way for me to do this sneakily. Like whatever I do, I will be seen. A guy will see me through a wall when he's not supposed to. I will accidentally jump out of cover, or I will accidentally do something based off your shitty controls that will reveal my position.
And in Far Cry, if they see you, even if so let's say you're coming up with them with a knife, you're running at them, and there's no one else around. He turns around and he sees you, but like right as he sees you, you jam a knife in his neck. Everyone on that map knows where you are. Everybody, and they're gonna sound the alarm.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Only in all of this games so far, there's only one time where they suggested you should be doing this sneakily, and I said I'll try it. And there's 5 enemies around a center area. I was able to do exactly what they wanted me to do: jump down, kill a guy, wait for him to go, sneak into the barrel, kill the other guy, sneak up to the guy that's sleeping, and kill the last one.
How close are you to the end of that game?
I have no idea. Based on the sequence thing, I'd say I'm just under halfway.
Okay, so you're going along at least.
Yeah.
All right, let's hop into the stories for this week. The FTC is hosting a public workshop on loot boxes and could be exploring legal action. This comes to us from Gamespot. The United States Federal Trade Commission reportedly plans to host a public workshop, but declined to comment on whether it is conducting any formal investigation. Variety reports that a letter from FTC Chairman Joseph Simmons to Senator Maggie Hassan revealed the workshop in response to a letter Hassan had written expressing her concern about the practice. So this seems to be an ongoing battle that's going to maybe take a couple of years to solve.
What the whole loot box?
The whole loot
situation?
box issue, yeah. And I think this includes microtransactions. And I think they got the ESRB to put on a box saying the game has microtransactions or something like that.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Apps have that.
Yeah. Plus, when you buy something, it's like weird to buy more things in it. Which is a little unusual.
Is it though?
Unusual, yeah.
If you think about like pre video games, if you have a train set, they're gonna keep selling you accessories. Same thing.
But it's not like there was empty train spots.
The comparison you should be making are the traditional baseball cards.
That too. Yeah,
You're buying a pack of baseball cards.
That's more like a loot box.
I don't mean loot boxes. I mean when you buy a product, it's not typical that it keeps trying to sell you things in the product you just bought.
That's true. It's just a new delivery though.
Yeah.
It's because things were never digital before.
Yeah.
And now they are.
So I wonder how long this is going to take to sort out, and I'm surprised they're actually taking this seriously.
Maybe Trump will ban video games before then.
I think he has other issues.
So what is this thing doing? This conference? What?
So this is a statement from the FTC chairman. For example, we're currently planning a public workshop on loot boxes for later this year as one law enforcement option. A workshop could provide a forum for stakeholders representing wide-ranging perspectives, including consumer advocacy organizations, parent groups, and industry members. It also could help elicit information to guide subsequent consumer outreach, which could include a consumer alert.
Interesting.
For some reason, I get the vibe that.
So, just real quickly here, they wanted to ensure the meaningful improvements are made to increase transparency and consumer protections.
That makes sense. I kind of feel like the parent group shouldn't be there. I think that they have an invested interest in their child not spending money at all, and therefore they would have a biased opinion.
But they're going to be the ones buying a lot of these games for their kids.
I understand, but that's like going to the like it.
I mean,
they have an invested
you can
interest.
disagree with their position, but they still have a right to have it heard.
No. But what I'm saying is that they have an invested interest in not purchasing anything. At the end of the day,
Like if you're gonna hold this thing and you're gonna have a room of parents on the other side who have to manage their kids, like make sure their kids don't go haywire on these boxes. Like you can also have the equal number of people on the other side who don't have to deal with that situation. See what their picking is on.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, there are multiple groups there. I'm not saying it's going to be biased. I'm just saying that I don't know whether asking those particular parent groups is a good idea.
In your Family Feud survey of 100 people, they better not be all parents with kids who constantly want to buy loot boxes.
Because it's going to be a no.
Because your numbers are going to be skewed.
And same with even the baseball cards. They would do the same thing. They would be like, oh, ban baseball cards back in the day. It'd be exactly the same thing.
But they're also inviting industry members. Wouldn't that have a bias to not having any restrictions on loot boxes?
See,
but that's fine. But as long as you have a balance,
Yeah.
as long as you don't have all industry people or all parents or whatever.
Correct. Yeah.
The thing is I think you also need industry people. Obviously, there's a little bit of bias there because they have an invested interest in selling it, but they need to be there to explain it because it is new. Like they have to be there.
I think I'm fine with that list of groups.
If it's even, I am.
Yeah.
But I agree with Adriano. If there's 100 parents and only like 5 of the others, that's not.
I don't think it's just
good.
like a survey, though. I think they're looking for input from these groups, and we'll make a decision based on all the input they collect. It's not like they're just going to survey 100 parents and like only 5 of the industry people.
No, and
they'll take one summary of all the groups.
Yeah.
So,
but I've always been against like you don't go to the person that is the most affected necessarily, or do that, but then also take an external perspective because that person is skewed in some way. You know what I'm trying to say?
I get it. Yeah.
Like you would like it'd be really nice if your kid didn't want anything and just did his homework and then went to bed. Really, like realistically, comes home, does his homework, goes to bed, wakes up, goes to school, comes home, does his homework, go to bed.
Right.
Why would you want to buy him anything? At the end of the day, I mean, I'm not a parent, but
they're the consumers that they're trying to protect here.
But it's also us too.
Yeah.
This is going to be a mess, isn't it?
No, it's fine. I mean, who knows?
I don't know.
All right, moving on. Anthem's PS4 price has already been dropped on Amazon 5 days after its release.
Fantastic.
It wasn't much, though. So it was like, this is U.S. prices, $60 down to $52.
5 days?
Yeah.
There's got to be some price match guarantee for people in there. People who have bought it somewhere there's got to be some sort of price adjustment for people.
And I guess it's only for PS4 is what I have on here, which is interesting to me.
Kind of sounds like Fallout 76.
But now they had a bigger price cut, though, didn't they?
I mean, there was a lot of sales. I don't know exactly what they were anymore.
I think it went like down to like 40% off, didn't it?
I think it went down to $40 on sale in some places.
In the U.S. I don't think it was $40 outright. That sounds crazy.
What do you mean?
$40 for 76?
I'm pretty sure it went down to $40 on sale. I'm pretty sure. Again, I don't remember the numbers.
Well, the Anthem and Fallout 76 kind of share the same fate here. These live type games or these evolving games launch with not enough, I guess, there for consumers to really bite into.
The problem with these games is that it seems like the developer is more interested in making activities that the player can do, but there's nowhere for you as the player to like grip into the world. So you don't have an invested interest in the world because you're just like, oh, I'm just going to go and clear out this section that won't get cleaned up, and then I'll just go and clear it out again because I need a gun that has more like stats.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like a weird combination between having a single player game and a multiplayer only game, and they're like doing the in between, where there's not enough focus on single player and there's not enough focus on multiplayer, and it's just kind of in the void somewhere.
It's just activities.
Yeah,
it's a hollow construction.
but there is a story and an end. Like there's a start and an end to the Anthem story.
How invested are you in the Destiny 2 story?
That was the sole reason I played it.
Fucking sucked.
It wasn't amazing. I didn't mind it, but it wasn't amazing.
The only part of Destiny that I enjoyed was the combat.
Yeah.
The shooting itself was incredibly satisfying.
shooting's good.
The story
No other aspect of that game, of either game, that I enjoy.
The story in 2 was better understood than 1.
It's better understood. I still didn't like. I don't have any emotional connection.
No,
I liked the 2's campaign, like number 2's campaign. I didn't like that it was so short and so incidental.
And the game was identical to 1.
Yeah, that was annoying. And the post game stuff. I mean, I didn't buy any expansions, so
I'm a little worried
bad.
about Division. Now you guys have played the beta for the Division though.
There's a lot in the Division. There's a lot to do in the Division.
Yeah.
But did it feel like just like an expansion on 1?
No,
God, no.
they absolutely reworked a lot of systems. Like one of the major things they reworked was your not the base of operations, but your safe houses around the thing are completely upgradable. So like every time you discover one, it's like in not was it shelter? Was it not safe houses? Like there's safe houses. Settlements.
There's the base of operations. Then there's
houses.
Then there's the safe houses, which are just like the safe houses in 1, and then there's settlements, which are like where people live.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Cool.
you do missions for them. You know how you like did missions to upgrade your base of operations. You're doing this per settlement, and it will actually change it. Like
Okay,
it'll actually put a roof on the top, and it will actually upgrade the barbecue section. It will actually make like a playground for kids.
I like stuff like that. That's
Yeah, so that will.
And the side missions are fucking insane. Like we were doing a couple missions, and we're like, "Are we in the story?" Like it was that in depth. Some of those side missions.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see how Division does after Fallout 76 and Anthem kind of dropped the ball. Now Division 1 was pretty decent. Got pretty decent reviews too, I think.
Got decent reviews. Like the biggest problem with the first one was there was very little end game.
In the beginning.
They did that, but they completely reworked it.
Yep.
And I think it's paid off for them. People now have actually gone back and played that game now. It's currently on sale on PlayStation for the base game. Like it's like $13.
And that's a decent amount of game, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, like certain modes we know won't come back, like the what's the whiteout one from Survival. Like that can't come back in Washington because we just don't have that snow element anymore.
It could come back if they do like a diseased area.
No,
or
it's
like super
just like a
diseased.
storm, like
storm,
like another natural disaster.
Do you know what the end game is, though? Right in the Division 2, they mentioned it. So there was an update to the closed beta we were in, and what the end game is that there's X amount of factions around the city in the game. When you make them fall or whatever you do, you clear them out. Another faction comes in, like the game's over at that point, and another faction comes in, and so your rebuilt Washington has to have a war with this faction that's trying to take over Washington, and that's the whole end game.
You know what I don't get is that now maybe the Division's different, but like the Fallout 76 beta didn't seem to help it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It still came out full of bugs and wasn't that great of a game, really.
It was more of a...
Why don't they have these... Now, I know the game has to be at a certain playable level, but why don't they have these betas earlier so they can actually implement the changes sooner?
The thing with the Division is the only thing we had a weird problem where... And it would be really sporadic where the frame rate would drop and it wouldn't recover and we'd have to restart the game. That sounds like something that's totally fixable in the amount of time that's even passed from the closed beta to now, which is the open beta. That sounds like that's fixable, I'd say. Someone like Bethesda fucked up because they never did this before.
Yeah.
But you're right.
And they're bringing on an already janky engine to begin with.
Yeah, to be honest.
But all the complaints that came out after Fallout 76, like why weren't people talking about that during the beta? How come that only came out when it got into the hands of like millions?
How much did they? What part of 76 did they carve out though for the beta though? Like what?
Just that opening section, right?
Like
No,
yeah,
it was the whole game.
did
The
they
whole
give
game?
you
The 76 beta was just the game.
really?
There was no like special missions for the beta. It was like, here's the game. Go play it.
But they had limited hours you could play.
Yeah, like limited hours, limited days.
What was the limit?
Like it'd be like the servers are going to be on from like 9 to 5 today.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I just find it weird with all the betas. It's just like it's almost like they just do it just to stress test their servers, but they don't actually do it to get feedback on fixing things. Like people should have known that Fallout 76 was not a good game because when that game launched, people knew. The day it launched, people knew there was something funky about it.
I think the problem with 76 also when with the limited beta hours is that you're in like that starter area, which is like the forest, and as you explore, like getting to Charleston was interesting, the ash heap was interesting. The issue is that as you go through the game, you realize that every point of interest you find has literally, in general, either no or very little payoff. There's nothing like super interesting in that game because it's like it's a Bethesda world, but it's a multiplayer game, so they want it to be balanced, and they don't want you to go in there and find some godly weapon. Mm-hmm. Whereas in Fallout 4 or the other Fallouts, which is single player, you could find a godly weapon. If you're overpowered against NPCs, so who cares?
And they completely nerfed the idea of attacking any other human. There's no point in doing it, really.
Well, that's going away. That the survival mode's coming out.
Yeah.
So then that'll be all out war.
Remember when they said this is going to be the last Fallout game ever made? It's going to be. It's going to go on forever.
They didn't say that, but they said it would go on until the end of time.
It's so cute when small companies have big dreams.
What's sad about it is that we're not going to see another Fallout game for like 10 years. And this game, I think, was supposed to hold out Fallout fans until the next one comes out. And it just turned out to be a big mess.
But if Wastelanders is indeed like the road, I don't know whether we even mentioned the roadmap in last week. But if the roadmap says anything and Wastelanders is on there, and it is actually NPCs, which I assume it is, it could revive it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm glad they have a roadmap though, and like listed out what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
does Anthem have a roadmap? Did they figure that out?
Not yet. They're probably still.
I'm about to say probably not yet.
Damage control over there, I think.
Fuck! Oh my god, Anthem.
I'll get it eventually.
I'll give it a go eventually.
I think probably the Division is enough for me.
I think. Well, I want to focus on Division when it comes out. Like I don't know when the first pack, like the first DLC pack for Division's free. So like I imagine
that's going to be in a couple months.
That's probably be by around July, if I had to guess, to keep people around in the summer. And then I think maybe after that dies down before the next year's season pass, maybe give Anthem a quick. At the very least, I'll just rip through the story of Anthem.
My thing is like I don't understand the value of even doing that. Like the Division, I actually want to like improve my character. In something like Anthem, I don't care.
Well, I want to try fucking flying around in a goddamn Iron Man suit. I hear that's amazing. I want to see how that is because I want to see if that gives hope for a bigger Marvel gaming universe. Like if somebody can look at that and say, okay, now we want to do what they did with Spider-Man. Let's do like an Iron Man game
and give it to EA.
No, just give it to whoever made the Spider-Man game, whoever that was.
Insomniac.
They probably want to make their own games though.
I mean, I think they'd be happy to make.
I think to have a Marvel license,
but they're a very creative studio. I don't think they want to be doing licensed stuff all the time.
But they have Ratchet and Clank and Sunset Overdrive. I know they have others, but those are the main ones that stand out in my mind. And Sunset Overdrive ain't exactly a multi-million sales first day.
But a lot of people like that game.
Yeah, but
the people who played it and like they really like it.
I still want to play. I think I mentioned this before. I still want to play Recore.
Get that Game Pass.
Isn't it really cheap?
It's really cheap.
Not really cheap. Really short.
It's really short. I still want to play it though.
All right, let's move on. Overwatch has 30 characters now, and I guess they're looking into ways to try to handle all that characters because they're not going to stop. They're going to keep adding new characters.
About 3 a year.
Yeah.
This is this balance thing I was saying. Where
3 characters a year, 3 maps a year.
I want to ask you though, isn't Heroes of the Storm? Don't they swap in characters?
They swap in characters for free to play rotation.
Right.
So every character is always available to play if you own that character. Because like unlike Overwatch where you get it for free, Heroes of the Storm is free to play. You're just buying per character. So the thing is though, so it's like, I want to play as this character. They'll give it to me for free for a period of time, maybe once every couple of weeks. So that's how that works.
Lead hero designer Jeff Goodman said, "We have a bunch of heroes that we're playing with, a bunch of ideas, a bunch of gameplay concepts. As long as people are playing Overwatch, we're looking at adding content to it. We talk a decent amount about rotating heroes." Oh, even like locking out heroes, I guess.
Like I think I can see them eventually one day maybe deciding to retire heroes or locking out heroes. Or
Can they
maybe,
get rid of Tracer? Can they get rid of Tracer?
Probably
and
not.
Never bring her back?
She's on the she's the poster.
That's unfortunate.
She's like the face of Overwatch.
Yeah, her and Winston are like the big two.
I don't want them to do this.
I don't want them to do this either, but I don't think it's going to be what you think it is.
But I think they also mentioned that it might just be in the competitive.
Yes. What it is I can see them doing something similar like they do in Hearthstone. In Hearthstone, you have Standard and Wild, where they say only the last 2 years worth of expansions. So at any given point, it's either it's always the classic and then 6 expansions. Then everything after that is in another group. And what you can do is you can say, fuck that, I'm just going to go over to Wild, and everything's in there. It's just a massive hodgepodge of cards. I can see them doing that in Overwatch. Is when you go and do a game, whether it's competitive or local, you say I want to do the rolling roster, or I want to do just Wild, and just go for it.
But aren't they also conscious though of like breaking up the player base into too many smaller subsections?
I think what they would do at that point is probably dial back on the arcade things. Like I think that arcade screen should really be dialed back from 5 to 3.
Although it seems like they want you to play arcade mostly because then you have the weeklies in there where you can get the loot boxes. That's like it seems like they're incentivizing you to play the arcade.
I don't think they want you. I don't think they care about that.
They even give you a loot box for playing a new game mode when it shows up in arcade.
Yes, when the new game mode makes sense. To do your weeklies, I don't think they give a shit. Because when arcade first launched, or sorry, when Overwatch first launched and they were having the weekly arcade or like a Tavern Brawl-esque thing, there was no reward system. It was literally just play this weird mode for free because we're just experimenting. We want you to do it. And one of the first things I said to that, when I saw that, I'm like, I'm never going to play that fucking mode. Like, there's no reason for me to ever go against the rules of Overwatch. It's like one of the modes was like to the skies. Yeah, and it was a standard 6v6, but it was only Fair and Mercy. You can only be one of those two characters because you can only be Ariel. And it's like, I'm never going to play that fucking mode because they don't give me anything. Like, they should give me a loot box for playing that mode once per week. Because that's exactly what the Tavern Brawl does in Hearthstone, is they give you a card back for playing it. Or, sorry, winning it, not just playing it. And it wasn't until they reworked it, and then they did 9 wins, 3 loot boxes.
Isn't that what I said though?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they're not they would be happy for you to play arcade and not give you those loot boxes. To them, ideally, they would take those loot boxes away, probably. Just the fact that they launched it without the rewards, to me, suggests that they don't.
I think the opposite.
Wouldn't them adding it make them want you to do it? Like they added it for a reason. Taking it
added
away
it-
is different.
They
I
added
think
it so
I
you
think
play
I think
arcade.
they added it because people were complaining, not because they don't.
Like you think that they would only want you to get loot boxes from leveling and then just buy more.
Yeah. But because
I mean, it sounds like a company, to be honest.
because they put it in that arcade mode to begin with, and then people weren't playing it, and they said, "Well, you want us to play? We have to play it." They're like, "Okay, well then just put in loot boxes." But ideally, I think they would rather have you just level up to get loot boxes.
Who knows?
Yeah, because like think about it though, if you didn't have that arcade wins thing, and you only got 1 loot box per level, like your hero gallery is getting reduced significantly.
This raises a question too. If they ever do come out with the Overwatch 2, would they bring over the entire 30 character roster?
So last week you guys were talking about this with Marty. I don't think I think it's going to be a long time, and I mean an incredibly long time before you ever see an Overwatch. If they ever do an Overwatch, I don't think there's ever going to be an Overwatch.
Right, because they did say that they'll keep adding content as long as people are still playing it. So that since they're just this train keeps running, there must be a lot of people still playing Overwatch.
Oh, absolutely. I believe that. Like last, I can't remember who said specifically talking about like what they could do to improve Overwatch 2. I think it was Marty, and they don't need Overwatch 2 to do that. They have completely introduced story-based campaigns, new modes, new characters, new maps, in just by bolting it onto the existing game.
If they probably took all the new maps and new characters. How many new characters have they added?
When the game started, there was 21, I think. So they've added 9.
They're effectively making an Overwatch 2 like inside Overwatch.
Exactly, and it's like some last week one of you asked is like, what could they do in Overwatch 2 that's different from Overwatch? It's like whatever you think they could do in Overwatch 2, they can do now.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping them from doing that.
Yeah.
The version that you get off the fucking server isn't the version that's on the disc anyways. There's nothing that is taken from that disc besides you authenticating it. That game is completely changed anyways.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I can absolutely see an Overwatch 2.0.
I wonder how big
I can't see an Overwatch 2.
I wonder how big the update would be if you bought like a day one disc.
I have a day one disc.
Pop that in, but you've done all the updates.
I don't think that
I'm wondering if you deleted everything and pop that game in.
it's probably I'll let you know. I'll delete it and just do it for fun.
Oh, jeez.
It'll be probably be like 55 gigs.
All right, and then finally here we have Pokemon Sword and Shield was announced during like a special in the Pokemon. What's that called?
Direct.
Pokemon Nintendo Direct. Yeah. Did you guys take a look at it at all?
Nope.
No. Any interest in it at all,
Nope.
Matt?
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
You have a Switch, so
I still have Ultra Sun, and I'm still playing Let's Go Pikachu.
Not Let's Go Eevee.
I don't know. Eevee's overrated, bud.
You're not going to play Let's Go Eevee right after it?
No, Eevee's overrated, and I'm not playing both of them. That's ridiculous.
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I'm sure. I'm not like a min-maxer, though. I don't really care that much.
But they're practically the same game.
Except for the 7 exclusive on one, 7 exclusive on the other.
The thing with Let's Go as well is that it's not like a regular Pokemon game.
Yeah.
You don't fight the Pokemon in the wild. You just catch them.
Is it weird?
It's different. Like I didn't realize I was really doing it. And I was like, wait a second, this isn't standard.
How do you train to level up your Pokemon?
If I remember correctly, it's been a couple weeks since I've played it.
Isn't it like closer to the Pokemon Go leveling system?
Yeah, it's
you're
like
feeding them stuff. You're not battling them.
well, no, you can feed them candies and stuff, but like you get like there's a whole candy system. You catch a bunch of them. I can't remember whether they get XP when you capture. Like if I just if I have however many Pokemon on my party, I go out and I capture like a Metapod or something stupid. I think they just all gain XP if I remember correctly. I'm still pretty early. I've been playing Katamari on my Switch, so I haven't been playing too much Pokemon. But I think I've almost beat Katamari now, so I'll probably move on to that. I'm playing Warframe too, strangely.
We also got the new starters for this game. Typical grass, fire, and water.
Or did they announce new Pokemon, right?
A whole new generation.
This is another generation, yeah.
Jesus
That's the whole point.
There's the chimp Pokemon Grookey, the rabbit Pokemon Scorbunny, and water lizard Pokemon Sobble.
I don't know. Yeah, see, this is
my God.
This is why I don't know whether I care about this. This is they seem really like lame.
You know
like,
what?
The Pokemon seem lame.
You know what, Nat? I think I know what I probably subconsciously I subconsciously got off Pokemon Go. It's when I think Gen 3 came out and I just started seeing things that I just didn't recognize.
Yeah, I don't recognize like
Gen
half the
1
shit.
I was super familiar with. Gen 2 I'm like, okay, yeah, I can still kind of go with this, and Gen 3 I'm just like, I don't.
And you like maxed out your Gen 1 because you got Mewtwo and everything, so it's
Yeah.
just like, all right, I've completed this game.
And
essentially.
my brother's girlfriend is still super heavy into it.
Oh, they're still going ham, eh?
Oh, they go strong. They're all into the community days or the events or whatever. And then my brother's like, "Oh, I'm still convinced you're gonna come back to it." I'm like, "I bet you any money that I won't."
All right, let's close things off with
Well, didn't you say you were going to buy a Switch, or like, is it because of this?
yeah. They'll probably be what will get me
But
to buy it.
Pokemon, really? Like you and Pokemon is what's going to bring you over? Like I'm surprised that Pokemon.
Are you
would bring
going to
over.
wait for the updated Switch?
I'm waiting for that. I hope it's not that weird smaller version or whatever they talked about.
The Switch, the 2DS Switch.
Yeah.
Well, that's speculation. I think on our side.
And I'm hoping there's a Pokemon version, like they did with the Eevee and Pikachu.
Although it's going to have those weird Pokemon on it.
That's fine.
I don't know whether I care about like this generation. They didn't look amazing to me. Like the Pokemon didn't excite me at all. I didn't care.
I don't care about any generation apart from the first like 3. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
You should do Let's Go Pikachu then.
I don't know. If I have a sword or shield, do I ever need to go back and buy?
They're different. Like it is a totally different game.
Do the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have dumb haircuts? Did I dream that?
No, they look fine.
Have what?
Did they have like a modified hair in one of them?
I don't think so.
Maybe you can take them to some like place and get their hair done. But
Maybe, yeah.
But
I thought
they look normal.
I saw an Eevee with a dumb looking hahaircut at some point.
I don't
recall
remember that. Maybe.
Maybe I dreamt that.
But there's Team Rocket and everything in that game.
That's some dream. All right. Close things out here with what Division 2 are you getting? So let me list them off for you here.
Fucking 18,000 editions.
I got this blurry ass chart.
You can zoom right in.
I can zoom in, but it doesn't help the blur. Oh, maybe it does.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Standard Edition, Gold Edition, Gold Steelbook Edition, Ultimate Edition, Dark Zone Definitive Edition, and Phoenix Shield Edition. Now, these all come with a hell of a bunch of different things.
Did you say Dark Zone? Did you say Ultimate Edition?
Ultimate Edition?
Okay. All right.
Which should be the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's third down from the best one version you can get. So they all come with a bunch of different stuff here. Tom Clancy, The Division 2, you get the game. Access to the private beta. Capital Defender Pack. Now, these are pre-order bonuses as well. Tommy the Teddy Bear ULC, which is a PC Ubistore exclusive pre-order bonus. 3-day early access, 1-year pass, a steelbook, Battle-Worn Secret Service Pack, First Responder Pack, the Elite Agent Pack, Game Soundtrack,
Holy shit.
Washington, D.C. map, Book of Lithographs,
What the fuck?
Flare Agent Statue, 11-inch in height, and Agent Articulate Figurine, 1/6 scale.
Oh my chap.
So, obviously, with the Phoenix Standard Edition, you get everything minus the Flare Agent statue.
And which one do you need to get that?
The Dark Zone Definitive Edition.
So even there's no one edition that you can get everything.
No, that's correct.
Capitalism.
I'm going to be doing the standard digital
old
game.
standard digital, yeah.
Standard digital. So
I
it's
will
gonna
be doing standard retail.
But man, I'm surprised you're not going to get something like the Gold Edition comes with the DLC and stuff, doesn't it?
The thing is like the DLC will be probably on sale.
And
That's the thing.
And
right?
they're not going to price break. Like all that is they're just grouping in the price of the DLC or the season pass later on.
Yeah,
Like-
if,
like, yeah,
if there
if-
was a discount, which I haven't calculated, then I might.
I guarantee you there isn't. Not out of the gate.
And I wouldn't play that DLC unless everyone buys the DLC.
I will be buying the DLC. Rest assured.
You're buying the DLC.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy the deluxe edition then?
No,
Or
I won't
whatever
be-
the
no,
whatever the
I
one
won't.
comes with the
I won't be
pass.
buying the Deluxe because I don't want to feed into the system. I'll buy the DLC when it comes out. I will
okay.
buy it when I get it. I'm not going to pay them extra money now
Yeah.
just because.
Well, I'm going to go see. I'm going to see if it costs less then.
We also have the digital version. You get a crest avatar, icon avatar,
That
and
is
star avatar.
that is off the PlayStation
Store.
So you get that off
standard,
if-
gold, and ultimate edition.
Yeah,
pre-order
if
bonuses.
you pre-order that off the PlayStation Store, I actually didn't. I forgot to check the Xbox Store. I don't know what you get off.
Best Buy's Xbox One Standard Gold and Ultimate Edition gives you the Capital Defender Pack, including the Lullaby Exotic Spaz 12 shotgun and Hazmat 2.0 outfit. EB Games PlayStation Standard Gold and Ultimate Edition pre-order bonuses, and Xbox One's Standard Gold and Ultimate Edition pre-order bonuses. And you get private beta access and outfit, and that's it. Oh, plus the shotgun and the hazmat thing.
This feels like 2006.
all these
pre-order bonuses, honestly.
like that pack you just listed is the same pre-order you get at Best Buy, EB, or pretty much you pre-order on any level, you get that like that hazmat thing, whatever it is.
Matt, you can rest assured, man, because you get the Tommy the Teddy Bear ULC. Oh, if you get it on PC only.
What is what the heck is a ULC?
I don't know if that's a typo, but maybe ULC means something. But that's a PC Ubistore exclusive, so you won't be getting that with your standard edition on PlayStation.
I'm all right without that.
But you do get the Capital Defender Pack.
Which is what again?
I don't know. But you're getting it.
What I've realized is that like items that you buy, like I bought the deluxe edition of New Dawn. I don't even use those items anymore.
Yeah, it's that's a really bad part of it. Yeah.
And so like I just don't care anymore like about that type of stuff because I'm just not going to use it. If it was super useful, then maybe.
I'm going to hopefully get. I'm going to go pre-order it or pick it up on Best Buy. Because last time I did that, when I got the physical one, they gave me a pretty cool Division keychain.
That's worth it for you?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than like some digital thing. At least if I put it on my keychain, that looks cool. This digital thing that I'm going to out level in 2 levels is not going to.
I'm surprised that you haven't gone digital yet for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm surprised about that.
PC, I exclusively go digital.
Oh, that's probably why I'm surprised.
You
Yeah.
kind of have to at this point.
Yeah, on console, it is I go digital for things that I go physical for franchises that I want to continue to have physical. Like my Gran Turismos will be physical because I have every single Gran Turismo on PlayStation bought.
Right.
Same with because I started with the Division. Physical, I'm going to probably keep going physical as long as I can.
What if next gen does not have a disc drive? I know you're going PC, but if next gen doesn't have a disc drive, but you can buy an external one,
External case?
external disc drive. So it comes standard, no disc drive, but for the people who still need a disc drive, can purchase an external one.
Just for the sake of buying the game physically? I wouldn't do that. In that case, what I would do is I would just buy the game physically to have it, and then just buy it again digitally.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's
a waste of money.
That's a massive waste of
You're
money.
talking about a guy who bought Dead Cells twice.
But it's weird that you wouldn't
You're
just
talking-
buy.
But
wouldn't
you
just
buy it
buy
on
the CD
PC
drive.
and PS4. It's a little different.
Yeah, but also like I bought Onimusha, the remaster for the same reason because I have all the other Onimushas on disc. I don't plan on playing that on PlayStation. I'm
Right.
going to rebuy it on Steam to play it there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I remember one time when we were frustrated early on with Sea of Thieves and we were like talking about not even playing that game anymore, and you're like, oh, I kind of feel bad because Adrian, you bought this game and we have it free on Game Pass. My thought was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I have bought games, I bought way more expensive games for way dumber reasons.
Yeah.
We were talking about buying a game or playing a game once on Steam or PlayStation, Armello. It's a digital board game, and me and 2 other guys were trying to figure out where we should play it, and they're both on sale, and we couldn't decide in time, so I just bought both. I'm just like, so I have it available on Steam or PlayStation when we decide to play it.
That seems outrageous to me.
It is absolutely outrageous. You're not wrong, Matt. But that's me.
I don't
I
get the
have-
double. I don't get the double purchasing.
I have
either.
multiple copies of I like the Far Cries. I have multiple copies of like Far Cry 2, or I have
I have
what
multiple-
I don't get- what
I
I don't-
rebought Rise of the Tomb Raider. I had it on PlayStation. I rebought it on Steam. Same with Mad Max. Same with Metro. Same with
No, but
Wolfenstein.
That I don't get because you want to transition to PC, right? You want to transition to PC.
Yeah.
But in that same breath, you're only there for the check mark. Why don't you get the check mark on PlayStation? Then you can retire that console with everything that you wanted completed, or at least enough. Like why are you buying both? Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, so like when it comes to like Tomb Raider or Wolfenstein or whatever, I bought those before I decided to go exclusively PC.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will play these games on PlayStation. It's the same with Assassin's Creed Unity. I bought on PlayStation, and like I'm going to play it here.
It's like $12 on Steam right
Yeah,
now.
and then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to play it on Steam.
See, that's weird to me because you're only in it for the check mark. You're not a graphics nerd. You're not a guy who goes crazy for.
I set him up to. I sent him up to.
No,
to
but some
Ultra.
people go fucking crazy where they try to like make it 4K and they go like.
I think
a lot of
I think
PC
Adriano
guys.
appreciates the quality,
Yeah.
but he's not striving for it.
Yeah, it's there. I'm going to utilize it. I'm not going to.
But it wasn't there. You had to pay for it. That's what I'm saying. Like you're only in it for the check mark. Once you beat Unity, you're not going to go back. That's what I'm saying. If you were going to be like, I'm going to play like Tomb Raider 40 times.
My
Okay, makes sense.
motivation for PC gaming is because I want to consolidate technology. I don't like having multiple pieces of technology to do the same thing.
No, yeah.
So I want to get rid of one console so I can have everything in one.
But moving forward, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't get why you're double buying. Unless you were like, I'm gonna like the Division would make sense if you were like, I'm gonna replay this a million times.
Because to be honest, like I find believe it or not, I find playing video games at my desk that distance from my monitor more enjoyable than playing a game on my TV this distance from that TV. I enjoy better there. I like being
strange, to be honest.
I like being at my desk with a coffee in front of me with my blanket, you know, kind of cozy, like kind of tucked into my desk and playing games like that. I don't like having distance between me
I
and
mean,
my
you can
screen.
also plug into your console to a monitor. A lot of people do that. A lot of streamers do that. They'll have like their console at their computer desk. You can do that as well.
I could. I don't want to though.
That's fucking weird to
Yeah.
me.
I will likely, when we start playing The Division, I will probably move my PlayStation to my basement TV because that TV and that
So you can be bothered by your cat the whole time.
It bothers me anywhere. It doesn't matter. It's like because I will move because that couch is significantly closer to the TV. And
What is going on? Is your like why? Is it just a preference or you can't see?
It's a preference.
All right.
Yeah, it's a preference. It's and because while I was playing Last of Us on my TV, being about this distance away from this that Ryan has right now from couch to TV, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I would be enjoying this game more. I enjoy this game. I would be enjoying it more if I could play it at my monitor, if I could play it at my desk.
Let me ask you this: you don't like the PlayStation console very much.
It's a terrible console.
Do you care about the exclusives for next gen? So you're going mainly PC for next gen, right? So you're going to be playing all your Xbox games and third-party games on PC.
Yeah.
But are some of the PlayStation exclusives worth it to you? Like, would you want to play
Name me 3 major exclusives off PlayStation.
Last of Us.
Okay.
Last of Us? Would you want to play Last of Us Part 2 on PlayStation 5?
No,
no, like, or just Last of Us series.
if I can play it on PlayStation 4, no. I don't need to play it
No,
on PlayStation
like
5.
say
Let's say there's 3
it's a
3
PS5
years.
exclusive. It's a PS5.
It's a PS5.
Last of Us 3. Gran Turismo, the next one.
So any major exclusives like Last of Us, no, I could probably do without. I don't need that. And to be honest, like I was satisfied with the snap to credits on the first Last of Us. Like I don't even necessarily need that DLC pack. I'm good with that franchise. Gran Turismo would be the only major obstacle. That would be one of the few problems I have is because I would want to continue Gran Turismo and not having that would be.
But do you have any interest in the other exclusives that you haven't played on PS4 yet, like God of War,
No,
Spider-Man,
I do.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
But I feel like I feel like
we also have upcoming ones like
Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't.
what's it called? The
The
Kojima one.
Death Stranding.
The more and more I see that game, or the longer it takes, no, I have less interest in that. What's the zombie one? The last
Days Gone.
Days Gone. I have no interest in that.
I forgot that's PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
I have the fewer and I have less and less interest in those games. If the 2 major things that would really bother me about not having my PlayStation is the Gran Turismo and my Overwatch. If they could do the Fortnite thing and consolidate the hero gallery to all consoles, I could absolutely not worry about. I could play Overwatch.
Well, hopefully PlayStation moves more towards that.
Well, let me ask you this then. Let's talk in today's terms with the hypothetical that the Overwatch hero gallery merges. So they released that feature today. You can obviously buy Overwatch on PC. We are still playing Overwatch on PS4. Would you not play it on PS4 and just play it on PC?
If they do the crossplay,
Like I'm saying, your account is the same on PC as it is on PS4, not crossplay.
not crossplay, no, I'd still play with you guys on PS4.
That's weird. I don't understand your motivation for PC still. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like,
Matt,
I'm not trying to make fun of you. I don't get it. fully.
Matt, it's simple.
You're trying to conglomerate everything, but then you have like these exceptions, and then you're also double.
I have exceptions because there's no workaround for that. I can't have Gran Turismo on if they gave me Gran Turismo on PC and they gave me my Overwatch unlocked on PC or crossplay on PC, like that's like done. Like I'm good.
Okay, well let me ask you this then: if PS5 comes out tomorrow, you're not going to buy PS5. You're done with the consoles, or are you buying PS5 to remain multiplayer with people?
If I do, it'd be exclusively multiplayer, and it would be Gran Turismo. Matt, okay, for instance, The Division.
Yeah.
The Division, I don't see myself doing a lot of the Dark Zone. Okay?
Yeah.
Dark Zone is going to be...
Although there's a single player Dark Zone now.
Okay, if there's a single player Dark Zone, great, but that's still single player. If I wasn't playing with you and I decided to go through that game on my own,
Yeah.
I'd be getting that on PC.
Yeah, so, okay, Division 3 comes out then, PS5. What are you going to do? PC, and then you're just going to play alone?
I'll have to reevaluate that.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's holes in this plan.
Well, I just think
Playing single-player games on PC makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And yeah.
Or games that are multiplayer that you don't, like, we don't all do. Or things like Sea of Thieves, who gives a fuck?
I think Matt and I are just worried about a fracture again after next gen.
Which I think is inevitable. I think.
Yeah, or like even a workaround would be if the streaming of the what's that? The
PS Now?
the remote play. Okay, they have remote play on it. Remote play on Windows.
Remote plays for the Vita.
No, they have it for on Windows. I've used it before.
Streaming.
Yeah,
you're streaming the console.
I'm like, if it was capable enough to seamlessly just integrate that into Windows, and I could literally take that console and hide it into a fucking crawl space in my house where I never see that thing, that thing is just completely hidden away.
But yet you'd still buy discs. You'd have to go crawling into a crawl space to put the discs in.
I just leave Overwatch in there. That's all I need.
Do you see what I mean though? Like this doesn't make any sense. Like I buy strategy games almost exclusively on PC. To me, obviously because it's my plan, that makes sense. Your plan to me doesn't make any sense.
You don't agree with with my double buying.
I don't agree with the double buying.
But
my question is,
wait.
To me, that's not an issue because I don't
continue this off the podcast. I'm
I have one final question then. I have one final definitive question then. PS5 comes out. I don't know what the situation is going to be. PS5 comes out. Ryan, myself, and Marty are going to buy PS5. Are you going to be like, fuck you guys, I don't care, I'm buying PC? Which has happened with Xbox One.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no, that's not. I probably wouldn't do that.
But then what are you going to do about Overwatch? Like if Overwatch 2 comes out?
No, I'm saying.
What are you going to do about the Division? Because you don't want to play it.
I'm saying no, I wouldn't do that. Saying I would probably buy a PS5. But Matt, remember, I also wouldn't buy a PS5 or I probably wouldn't buy a PS5 out of the gate. I didn't do that with PS4. I didn't even buy my PS4 console. Somebody bought me my PS4 console.
No,
it was a fucking gift to me. Like I didn't even want that console. Like I understand. I am accidentally playing these games with you guys. Like
so you're going PC then. You're not buying PS5. I would say then. That's it.
This is going to be my rule from here on out. Even with my PS4, anything that I'm going to play on my own, anything that I can get away with playing on PC, I will play on PC. If we decide to start doing Rocket League again for some crazy reason, I'm going to play it on PC and crossplay with you guys on PlayStation. That I will rebuy that there because that's where I want to play it now. I want to do as little on PlayStation unless it's absolutely a necessity. And that is the absolute exclusives that I want, like Gran Turismo, or multiplayer like The Division. Okay? Me buying Onimusha Remaster on PS4 is simply just a physical thing. I want that case because I have all the PlayStation cases.
Is the multiplayer stuff enough for you to buy a PS5? Or are you just going to say, sorry guys, I'm a PC. You want to play with me? Come to PC. That's what a lot of people have done.
I think
I'm going on Xbox. Fuck you guys.
That's a tough question, and you would have to ask me again when the PS5 comes out.
I think this is why it's so important that crossplay becomes on all consoles.
Yeah.
And hopefully PlayStation is smart enough to move there a little quicker than they are now.
Or not only that, all they have to do is be crossplay, or if they fucking do a PlayStation service on the computer, if they have a PlayStation launcher,
like PS Now,
no, not even if they have a PlayStation launcher, like they have Xbox, and they start to funnel their games into PC. Here's Last of Us through the PlayStation Service app on Windows.
I don't see PlayStation doing that.
I don't see it either.
They might do PlayStation Now.
They might do PlayStation
because they already do that on TVs and tablets and stuff. You could do that.
To be honest, if Sony and Apple were smart, they would do their PlayStation stuff exclusively on Mac.
But why?
So you have they can create a competition. You have your
why
Xbox.
Do they care about the competition? Why are they trying to sell Macs?
It would give like Mac people an opportunity.
But it's such a smaller market share.
So they're going to a smaller market share with a niche product.
Unless they stream to iPads
onto a service
and like iPhones.
Yeah, like a lot of people that want to play games know that they can't have a Mac.
Or it'd be streaming.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that you're going into a market that is not designated for gaming. That is also
the hardware market is not designated for streaming, or is not designated for gaming. But as soon as you do streaming, all markets are designated. As soon as you do streaming, everyone can do it.
He is right because the NVIDIA has their streaming service on Mac.
Yeah,
is it on PC?
It's on both. Yeah. They chose to bring it to Mac as well.
Going exclusively Mac doesn't make sense, is what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think exclusive makes sense.
I think picking up all the pieces makes sense. I don't think choosing the smallest piece makes sense to me.
But it's not choosing the smallest piece when you choose iPhone and iPad.
No, not those. Specifically Mac, the desktop.
The desktop would seem
Like I think like
odd.
like Microsoft and PlayStation, the console they have maybe one more console in them.
Yeah.
I don't believe that either because this console sold too well. I don't think they're
Like
that dumb.
like I'm sorry, they need to graduate into them as a service. Like they need to transition into servicing their games, not running the games on hardware.
Do you think the general population understands that? Like, I always get like stuck in the thought process of like, because I'll be talking to somebody who like plays games like a decent amount. Connor's a good example. Connor, one of our buddies, Connor, he's been on the show before. He plays games a lot. He's completely uninformed about that. I mentioned to Nate, I've mentioned him a couple times, Nate, about Xbox Live being on Switch. He's like, what does that mean? And I was like, it's also
I
on
don't
your
even know
phone.
what
He's
the
like,
fuck that means.
He's like, what does that mean? But that's the thing though. But like on your phone, I'm like, you could stream games. He's like, why would you do that? I would just buy the Xbox. So
Yeah,
I'm curious.
But once they get the marketing machine rolling, people would learn.
But why wouldn't they want to sell the box? That's my question. I don't know.
They want to do both.
Listen, I don't know. But Matt, but look, their R&D can see like they're looking at stuff 10 to 15 years down the line. Okay,
Yeah.
they're looking at where you can go with streaming. Like streaming is a limitless thing. Like as long as you have the internet speed and a controller to connect, you can run anything.
Yeah.
This guy fucking ran Witcher 3 on his MacBook.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Witcher 3, right?
2, I think.
Witcher 2. Okay,
Yeah.
like that wouldn't have been possible. I think Xbox is starting to see that ahead of time, and they're just planting their foundation now to say, "Hey, we're gonna lock in these systems now on all our competitors. So when it comes time to distributing those games digitally, streaming, we have the install base."
Which makes sense.
And it was just I think an incredibly smart idea.
They probably make a ton more money off software sales than hardware sales too.
That's a good question too. I'm not really sure what their share is.
Like even though they're selling
of the
like
software.
tens of millions of consoles, they're selling hundreds of millions of software. You know what I mean?
Like to answer one of your earlier to answer a question earlier in a different way. Why am I going PC? I think it's another part of it is just me seeing that like it's all going to be consolidated into one. I think
Sony's in trouble.
Like them announcing Xbox exclusive are also PC. That completely nerfed my need for ever having an Xbox console. I never need that fucking thing because
Well, there are Xbox exclusives.
no,
not anymore.
No, if there's an Xbox exclusive, it is on PC. So because I have a PlayStation and I have a PC,
I thought that was a Microsoft published titles.
No, no.
What?
If it's a Microsoft exclusive,
It's
on PC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought it had to be Microsoft Studios or Xbox Studios, or whatever they call themselves now. Because there are Xbox exclusives that aren't. Sunset Overdrive is not available on PC for Xbox Play Anywhere, as far as I'm aware.
It's not available for Xbox Play Anywhere. Or it's not available on PC.
I don't think it's available on either. But that's what I'm saying. That's still a hole. That's
A
still not. That's still not. It's still not
small-ish
seamless
hole,
though.
Yeah. But also like that is going to be like they're going forward. They're going to ensure.
I would
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah. But like when they announced that, like there's virtually no reason for me to ever have that machine. Which is just ideal for me. It's like, great, you guys did exactly what I wanted. You guys gave me a reason never to fucking get that.
Having a bunch of boxes is annoying.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. Having a fucking whole shit ton of boxes.
Like Ryan has an amazing setup. It's well kept. It's clean here. I fucking hate this.
Jesus Christ.
like to me, this is the complete opposite of what I don't want. It's like then he's gonna have a Switch. That dock's gonna be hidden behind the TV at best. Worst case is gonna be down there.
Right.
All right. Like, what does he need next? A Chromecast in the back and then a Roku system down here?
I mean, admittedly, a Chromecast is so goddamn
There's an
small.
Apple TV down there too.
I thought a Chromecast was small. I thought a Chromecast was literally just a plug, and
It
you were
is.
good. No, it is a
I
plug,
had one.
and so it's plugged in the TV, and then what?
It's plugged in the TV.
No, and then
It's
what?
hanging.
No, I'm okay with that.
You're talking about the USB power cable.
It's
Mine-
plugged. It's
mine's
plugged
powered
into
by-
the wall.
Mine's plugged into my TV. I have a USB right below all my HDMI's. and I plug in there.
The one that I bought, it was had to go into the TV, and then it has to go into the wall. Like
Yeah,
it's literally
you can remove that wall wart and then power it with USB. And my
I didn't
TV
even
has a
know
USB underneath my HDMI, and so that's why I can't turn on my TV with Google Assistant because my Chromecast shuts off and my TV shuts off. but I don't want to plug something else in, and I don't trust smart things with turning things on yet.
Like when Apple said they announced like, oh, they're going to bring their Apple services to other platforms. I'm just like, fuck, fantastic. I'm like, that Apple TV unit can go. Give me as many services as possible onto one system. I want to be able to load up this PlayStation.
You should get a Samsung.
I want to be able to load up my PlayStation and have my Xbox video purchases here.
That is unbelievably ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because they're competitors.
The idea of it is not ridiculous. The practicality of it is.
The capitalism is ridiculous. That's what makes it ridiculous.
Because you're right. Like my DVD collection would all be in the same area. But now, if you're buying movies, you can buy them digitally from all other places, and they're locked to those places. The DVDs aren't locked to one place. So it's weird that your digital purchases are locked to certain carriers.
And this whole ultraviolet thing.
I'm okay with it being locked to the service. It makes sense.
You want to access them all in the same spot.
As long as they give me an ability to access it. Like if I don't, like if I got rid of my Apple TV unit and then Windows says we're no longer, like iTunes is no longer supported on Windows anymore. It's like, how do I can't play the stuff that I bought.
Right.
So
I like the Sony, the new TV app. I like that.
To be honest, I've never even seen it in action. I've never played around with it. I've never used it.
That's how I discover things. Usually, I'll be like, oh, there's that thing. I'll press play on there.
As for you concerned about me double purchasing things, that should never be a concern, Matt, because I just do it anyway.
No, but it's fucking weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like you're still willing to buy a PS5 for multiplayer purposes, and you have a PS4, and you wanna go forward. It's a never ending conversation. I don't understand it.
I will say that I've purchased something for a console and purchased it for my PC, and it kind of gives you more incentive to play it. If I wasn't playing it on console, and then I buy it for PC, I actually have a new incentive to play it on PC.
In my opinion, if you don't have an incentive to play it, then I'm dropping it. Get the hell out of here.
Honestly, just having my PC on in front of me because it's on for other reasons is more of an incentive for me to play something in my Steam library or wherever it is, as opposed to my PlayStation that's off across the room. Like, I know that sounds incredibly fucking lazy, but the idea of my console's all the way over there, even though I have a remote controller right here, this is in front of me right now.
Yeah.
Like I know that sounds utterly ridiculous, but that's the honest to God truth.
All right.
The never-ending console tales.
We'll see what happens come next gen, I think.
Oh man, the best thing I could do is just get rid of the consoles. PlayStation, Xbox as a service.
Get rid of the PC as well.
Nope, you need the PC.
Then this thing will take over. Your cell phone will take over.
Or the Surface.
That probably will actually happen. I'm not being sarcastic. Your cell phone will probably do everything. Well, if everything's being streamed,
if you can stream to your TV, or you mean your computer, you can stream to your phone. You just plug your phone into a monitor.
That's what I mean. Yeah. And it's wireless now. You have wireless charging, so you throw it on the dock. Boom beach.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Boom beach indeed.
Peace.
Boom beach.